What is up, guys? Today I'll be doing something a bit different. I decided that I'm gonna start building a new character, um, but with a slight twist. Because the last character that I truly did a no carry progression, that was my van, and that was a few months ago, before the new Gall exchange. And back then it was actually pretty easy to get to CRA and Helix. Um, but now we can't rely on getting Galaxy accessories to help us power through the early game. So I decided I wanted to find out for myself what the new strat is for new characters to progress from scratch all the way to mid game. And so what this series is about is it's not supposed to emulate what a new player would go through. For this character, I am going to be using all my links. I have a variety of level 2 and level 3 links, and my legion is 7,700, and I will be using all the legion tiles from my 31 attackers. So I will have a step up on new characters, like new accounts, obviously. But I mean, if people are expecting to get to Lomian and around that area, they should be working on Legion and Links. So taking that into account, I will be using those from the start. Also, it will be a no carry progression, so I will be relying purely on this character. So I won't be bringing occult cubes or any other thing from my other characters. The only thing I will be bringing is about 100 million mesas per day. I will be taking out from my storage, and that is to compensate for the fact that Maplestory and Ursus will give about that much meso per day. So I will be using as a resource about 100 million mesos per day on this character, plus however much I pick up, and that will be the only thing external wise. Everything else I will be getting on this character and trying to make my way to normal Lotus, normal Damien, and the new Helix. So today is April 27th. This is the date that I made my Kaiser. And as for the reason why I chose Kaiser as the main character for this series is simply because Kaiser is one of like the 5 classes that I have not played extensively, and so I thought if I played a new character, it would keep it entertaining for me for more longer. Kaiser is I think average or a slightly above average class in terms of bossing, and so you should keep that in mind if you are trying to compare my progression to your own progression. So on the first day, I got the Burdinator from the Pixel coin shop, and I used it at level 11, which will allow me to burn all the way up to level 152. And so for the first day, I will be mainly focused on just leveling my character, and I'll just be playing the leveling up montage in the background. And so my goal initially is to get this character to 140, and which I will get Pencilier set, which is the first major set of the game. So right now there is a Maple Relay event going on, which gives 1500 RP daily, which can be used to buy Fury Totems from the Maple Reward shop. And so that's what I did on this character. I used a totem to level up for the first 2 hours. And so I'll go through the list of maps that I used real quickly. It's pretty standard. So I go to the Flaming Golems in Hennessy's. I just go there for preference. It doesn't really matter which one of those maps you go to. And then after that, I go to Cursei's in Alinea. And there was a problem after that because usually I like to go to Savage Terminal, Mr. Hazard's Lairs. But for some reason on Kaiser, I wasn't able to access those maps. And I assume it's something to do with the storyline, or maybe I just wasn't looking at it right. I don't know. But anyways, for this character, I decided to go to Kerning, the swamp, where I farmed at Junior Neckies and the little swamp monsters for a while. After that, I went to Perion and I trained at the Skeleton Dogs, and got third job there. And after that, I went to Stairway to the Sky in Orbis, which is a great map even without Fear Totem or Kishin. But with Fear Totem, it's an insanely good map if you can clear very well. So I like to stay in Stairway to the Sky up until mid to late 80s, just so I can skip straight to Magadia, and I just go to one of these maps. I chose Authorized Personal Only just cause it's a map that not many people go to, and it's kind of new and I just enjoy farming there. Now I'm getting MVP because the really good strat here to do is get MVP and an EXP buff and wait for the Ruin cooldown to go down, and once you hit 100 you can go to Zakum and get a bunch of levels really quickly. I know some people go there before level 100, but honestly the level reduction in Reboot is kind of too much. So I usually wait until I'm 100 or just past 100 in order to go to Zakum. So as you can see there, I reached level 100 and I got 4th job. I like to mention right now, I don't really know how to play Kaiser at all. I'm just discovering this class as I go, so I don't really know how to use any of those commands on the right side or anything. So I will learn eventually, but for now it's some scuffed Kaiser gameplay. So along with the Pencilier set that I mentioned previously, the gear that I have to get is the boss accessory set. From Zakum, that is the face and eye. However, in this first run, I didn't get either accessory, nor did I get the weapon, which was quite unfortunate. So after some more leveling, I decided to move on to the next boss for the day, which was a normal Horntail. Actually took quite a long time. I think this took 7 minutes in total, which isn't too bad, but newer players might find this fight a bit difficult. I didn't have 100% stance, so I kept getting knocked off, and that was really annoying. So I would recommend, if your class doesn't have 100% stance, that you equip Mihai Link, or if you don't have Mihai Link, just be careful. That's all I can really say. So I think from Horntail I didn't get any accessory except the normal pendant, which was also actually quite unlucky. It's really difficult to get these drops without a drop familiar, but familiars are disabled right now, so there's not much I can do about it. So with the Chaos Horntail, or not the Chaos Horntail, just the normal Horntail pendant and the Pencilier gear I've accumulated getting up to 150 in the 150s, I'm looking for the best ones with that gave me the most range, which could be a combination of either the pot or the flame. Mainly the flame though, because later on the potential can be changed, but flames are more expensive because flames are about 9 mil a piece, but cold cubes can be farmed every day from Rubis. So my goal right now is to star each of my penciler gear to 8 stars and the weapon to 10 stars. That's also the requirement for the 5th job quest. As I mentioned previously, I won't be moving any items from my other characters, so I won't have any not bonus potential, just potential scrolls, which is actually quite unfortunate because my emblem won't have a potential until I can get a E-pot scroll from perhaps the pixel shop or an E-boss. That is also one more thing. I recommend new players actually try and kill as many E-bosses as you can if they encounter one. Like, don't just CC, because the E-bosses have a chance to drop E-pots, and if you catch the falling equipment at the end, some of those can have really good potentials as well. So E-bosses are a good thing. So in terms of the progression, the first major set of bosses for me is the Chaos Root Abyss, which starts with Chicken. My plan is to go from Chicken to Queen, then Clown, and then Chaos Vellum. The reason being, I don't think Kaiser has the big burst for Clown, so that is why I'm doing CRA in that order. However, to do CRA, I first have to do RA 10 times, and so the earliest that I can do CRA is 10 days from now. So in the meantime, I will be just leveling and getting to 200. I think a character in their low 200s with their new 5th job skills should be able to do CRA with the right gear in Penciler. So in the next 9 days, I will be doing Ursus and Maple Tour for those mesos, and I will be trying to get the accessories that I couldn't get today. And the goal is to have every single item to have at least about 20 to 30 stat on their flame, and have everything at least 1 line or 2 line potential, which I'll try and reroll with any occult cubes that I get. The weapon right now is Penciler, which will be replaced with the CRA weapon eventually, and so I'm not too inclined on investing too much into this sword. However, the secondary and the emblem will stay permanent, and so I will be focusing on cubing those relatively soon. Right now is actually a great time to make a new character because the anniversary event has the Onyx set in the shop, and I think it's possible to get a combination of Penciler and the Onyx set and the boss accessory set, which I think will be more than enough for CRA. So right now I'm rerolling my IA, and I was lucky enough to get unique pretty fast, and I decided for some reason to just lock it at unique and just reroll for 1 good line. Unfortunately, I didn't end up getting anything, and I am stuck with jump for now. But yeah, this is now just the first runs of each RA boss. They only take about a minute each, not even a minute maybe, and so this is what I will be doing for the next 10 days. I probably won't be posting updates that frequently, only when major milestones happen, and so the next episode you could expect is probably when I will attempt CRA. I will show the gearing process, of course, of what gears I make in order to try CRA, but yeah, I hope you guys are interested in this concept of a series, and hopefully encourages more people to try their own solo progression instead of just getting carried, because it's actually not very hard for new players to get through the game on their own, and I think it's a lot more fun if you can sort of limit test your character and see just what gear can allow you to barely clear the next boss. Yeah, and so that is gonna be it for this episode. I will play out the rest of the RA bosses, Queen and Snake, but yeah, that'll be it for me.